Hello, everyone, and good morning. Today is Saturday, August 2nd, 2025, at 09:44. And today we have our Day 1 outlook to look at for today. So, today's Day 1 outlook, we've got a slight risk that encompasses parts of Nebraska, parts of Colorado, parts of Kansas, parts of New Mexico, parts of Texas, and parts of Oklahoma. We also have a marginal risk that encompasses parts of Montana through just a small bit of North Dakota, parts of South Dakota, parts of Wyoming, parts of Nebraska, parts of Colorado, parts of Kansas, parts of New Mexico, parts of Texas, and parts of Oklahoma. We also have a marginal risk over here that is for the extreme eastern part of Mississippi, South Central Alabama, Western Florida, actually Northern Florida, I should say, and then South Central Georgia. So we do have those areas under a marginal risk as well. So let's go ahead and see what we've got for today. We have Amarillo, Plainview, Liberal, Pampa, and Hereford under the slight, and Jacksonville, Denver, Colorado Springs, Aurora, and Lubbock under a marginal. So let's go ahead and see what we've got for for today's risks. Today we have a 2% tornado risk. That is for parts of Nebraska, parts of Kansas, parts of Colorado, a small part of Oklahoma, a really small part of New Mexico, and parts of Texas do have a 2%. So, we have Amarillo, Liberal, Pampa, Dumas, and Borger under a 2%. So in that area, we could see a brief EF0 tornado within the 2% area. So please be mindful, that definitely is a possibility today. Going into the wind outlook, we've got a 15%. That is for parts of Nebraska, small part of Nebraska actually, parts of Colorado, parts of Kansas, parts of New Mexico, parts of Texas, parts of Oklahoma, and parts of... Yeah, I think I got it right. So anyway... Yeah, so that's the 15%. And then the 5%, we've got parts of Montana, a small part of North Dakota, parts of South Dakota, parts of Wyoming, parts of Nebraska, parts of Colorado, parts of Kansas, parts of New Mexico, parts of Texas, and parts of Oklahoma. Pardon me. We have another 5% over here. That's for parts of Mississippi, parts of South Central Georgia, South Central Alabama, and Northern Florida. So we do have those areas under a 5%. So, we have Amarillo, Plainview, Liberal, Pampa, and Hereford under the 15%, and Jacksonville, Denver, Colorado Springs, Aurora, and Lubbock under the 5%, So for the 15% area, we could see 60 to 75 mile per hour wind gusts possible. And the 5%, we could see 60 to 70 mile per hour wind gusts in the 5% area. So please be mindful, that could be possible, whether depends what area you are in. Going into the hail risk for today, we've got a 15%. That is for parts of Nebraska, parts of Kansas, parts of Colorado, parts of Oklahoma, parts of New Mexico, and parts of Texas under the 15%. And we got a 5% extending from parts of Texas through New Mexico, parts of Oklahoma, parts of Colorado, parts of Kansas, parts of Nebraska, a small part of Wyoming, and parts of South Dakota, South Dakota under the 5%. So, I think Wyoming was in some of the risks too. Yes, it was Wyoming. Yep, I completely skipped over Wyoming the entire time. That's crazy. Wow, so parts of Wyoming does have the marginal. They don't have the 5%. Parts of Wyoming does have the 5% wind risk, and parts of Wyoming does have the 5% hail risk. So I can't believe I skipped over Wyoming, but whoopsie, my bad. We have Amarillo, Pampa, Dumas, Borger, and Canyon under the 15%, and Colorado Springs, Fort Collins, Pueblo, Greeley, and Cheyenne under the 5%. So for the 15% area, we could see hailstones of 1 to 3.5 inches possible, maybe 1 to 3 inch diameter hail, could be possible in the 15% area. In the 5%, we could see 1 to 2 inch diameter hail. So please be mindful wherever you may be. You do have a hail threat, so please be on the lookout. Summary for today: it says severe storms keep up, and there's the reset. I did not do that. Let's try that again. It says severe storms capable of large hail and severe wind gusts are expected in parts of the central and southern high plains today and tonight. Additional strong storms are also possible across parts of the southeast and northern high plains. So there you have it. I do really hope that you stay weather aware and stay safe today. There's today's hail risk. There's today's wind risk. There's today's tornado risk. And there's today's day one outlook. So I do really hope that you stay weather aware and stay safe today. And even in the marginals, as you never know what these marginals could pull. Sometimes they can pull some pretty good storms. But anyway, I hope you stay weather aware, stay safe. I should be able to do the day 2 outlook today since I have the weekend off of volunteering. So I should be able to do the day 2 outlook, but we will see. But anyway, today, stay weather aware, stay safe, and I hope to see you for the day 2 outlook video. Take care, everyone.